legitimate project that Prince Harry has, the Invictus Games, the only thing that from start to finish is considered a success that people admire.
A contest after his 10 years of service in the military to help inspire soldiers and veterans coping with injuries.
Invictus was inspired by the experiences I had alongside our servicemen and women from many nations.
Prince. Harry is used to making headlines, but this time the scandal isn't about Netflix interviews or family feuds. Rather, it's about cold, hard accusations of government monies being squandered. Executive cover-ups and VIP benefits have caused havoc at the Invictus Games, and now the chair is pursuing legal action.
On stage, opening the same games where 5 years ago they announced their relationship.
Please welcome my incredible husband, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex.
Framed as a passion project derived from his own military experience, the Invictus Games stood for almost 10 years as Prince Harry's most dignified response to critics who referred to him as the royal rebel without a cause. The Games were hailed around the world as a healing space for wounded veterans, a bridge between pain and purpose and service and civilian life. It was a beacon of hope for veterans. The public saw Harry, the prince who walked behind his mother's coffin, finally standing up for something really significant, and politicians saw it as a uniting force. However, everything is starting to fall apart in real time right now. The Invictus Games, which are supposed to help mend broken hearts, are embroiled in a scandal that is so explosive and financially damaging that it not only jeopardizes the Games' future but also the core of Prince Harry's public redemption story. Where did the money go, is the only question that remains.
In the news this week, and it has been quite eventful. What's the latest?
When Düsseldorf was chosen to host the 2023 Invictus Games, the city made a daring investment of $40 million to guarantee that the Games would be a top-tier event. However, Germany was unaware that over $30 million of that funding, which was provided by diligent German taxpayers, would become the focus of a financial scandal that is now leading to extensive judicial investigations.
Of empowerment and showcasing their unity.
When I talk to my son Archie about what he wants to be when he grows up, some days it's an astronaut, other days it's a pilot. But what I remind him is that...
And guess who's in the spotlight? According to insiders within the Invictus Games organization, Board Chairman Don Lindey has approved a no-holds-barred legal probe into allegations of serious financial malfeasance. Insiders claim it's the biggest and most tumultuous controversy to ever affect a British royal family organization, and some claim it's even more destructive than Prince Andrew's public humiliation.
Of the Invictus Games CEO Dominic Reid, who's been in the position for basically 10 years since the inception of the Invictus Games, he released a statement.
Reports have revealed what can only be described as an elite spending spree, with a staggering 24% of the entire budget for the Invictus Games, roughly $10 million going toward VIP transportation, opulent lodging, elite private security, and personal requests, all purportedly directed by or benefiting Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
When you grow up, it's your character that matters most. And nothing would make his mum and me prouder than to see him have the character of what we see before us today. You as a community.
Let it sink in. Harry and Meghan were supposedly enjoying a king's ransom of perks and privileges, help worth $10 million, while injured soldiers fought for proper accommodation, had difficulty obtaining adapted sports equipment, and trained on antiquated equipment.
But also highly competitive internationally.
Yes, of course, highly competitive, but for those people who are asking what was that all about, there was no one else that I can think of that was going to...
What's even more shocking is that just around $1.2 million, or 3% of the whole budget, was allegedly allocated on athlete services and equipment. Yes, it seems that the focus has switched to royal glam photo shoots and cure, leaving the very veterans that the Games purport to commemorate in the background. Press conferences...
Then parried with another statement thanking him for all his service. Dominic Reid is a former soldier, so this is something that's very close to his heart. And he really...
In honor of Prince Harry, this goes beyond negative publicity. It's an outright assault on the one legacy he's managed to leave behind after his dramatic departure from the royal family. The Invictus Games has long served as a shield for the Sussexes, a concrete endeavor they could use to demonstrate their enduring significance and selflessness.
Have overcome immense challenges, and together you are healing and teaching the world as you go.
However, that barrier is going to be shattered overnight if the inquiry validates even a small portion of the accusations circulating behind closed doors. Harry may transform from a supporter of veterans to a famous thief masquerading as a humanitarian. Who is that?
Who is that?
Well, let's talk about the Invictus Games, because this originated in a momentary light bulb moment you had, as it were, in a plane coming back from Afghanistan during your...
Additional, Meghan's involvement is already being examined via a forensic perspective. The Duchess reportedly requested special accommodations, flew in her preferred security detail, and used the occasion to advertise personal initiatives, such as chances to create content and private Netflix access, according to a number of German and British newspapers. To put it simply, the public is furious that what was supposed to be a selfless act of kindness is now being reframed as a Trojan horse for the Sussex brand.
Games from where it was to where it is now. The curious thing is the fact that he didn't stay to see through the Winter Games, which was actually his idea, and which was the reason why you saw Prince Harry.
The veteran community has experienced a visceral sense of betrayal. Many of them who were previously dubious of the Hollywood makeover of the Sussex are now vocalizing their displeasure. But it was,
however, discreet, perhaps the couple keen to not become the main attraction. But met international competitors, it wasn't long before word spread.
Donors are starting to withdraw support and request reimbursements, especially those who gave knowing that their donations will go straight toward coaching, adapted equipment, and travel expenses. According to reports, major sponsors are reconsidering their partnership with the Invictus brand.
I was an officer. I'd been training for 3 years, training with a select group of guys. We were a tight-knit team. I'd already been told I wasn't allowed to go to Iraq, but I was allowed to go to Afghanistan.
German authorities are incensed. According to those close to the Dusseldorf City Council, a number of government officials feel duped and think their money was diverted to a public relations circus rather than the people they were meant to assist. No one is beyond inspection, not even royalty, according to a municipal official who described the probe as a matter of public responsibility.
And as to whether this had anything to do with the former CEO's decision to step down, but so far we haven't seen any indication of that. I think he just thinks it's his time, and I suspect there are more personal reasons.